Did you know that predictions announce that 65% of our kids will work in a job that do not exist yet? That's huge, right? My wife Vanessa and I wondered, how can we prepare our 3 kids for an AI-driven world without sacrificing their curiosity, creativity, and independent thinking? And before you think this is some heavy-handed technical babble, I promise, we are just regular parents who've made a lot of mistakes. We've tested a bunch of approaches, reading books, watching conferences, learning as much as we can about parenting, which is actually more my wife's stuff, and tinkering with AI during bedtime, which is actually more my type of thing. And what we discovered changed how we see our kids' future forever. Stick around because in the next few minutes, and even if you know nothing about tech, I will share exactly how you can use AI at home as a learning partner, why banning it can backfire, and how AI gave us a story that actually sparked my daughter's curiosity about electricity. So are you ready? Let's jump in. Let me take you back to one evening when my 10-year-old daughter asked me, "Dad, how does electricity actually work?" Well, normally at that time, I should have said, "This is late, we're gonna Google it tomorrow." But for some reason that night, I just pulled out my phone and asked out loud to ChatGPT. I am with my 10-year-old daughter. She's asking me how electricity works. Can you give us the name of the scientist who discovered it, what discoveries they have made, and how it has shaped today's world? And boom, instantly we got stories about Edison, Tesla, Volta adapted to a 10-year-old. She asked her even more questions, actually. And then my daughter just had her eyes wide open and she asked a lot of questions in return. This wasn't just, okay, cool, I got the answer. No, this was, okay, wait, but lightning, is it also electricity? And then we went on and on and on until it was actually the time to get to bed. But that one moment showed me the power of AI as a spark plug for curiosity. My daughter didn't become lazy or reliant. She actually engaged more and more deeply. And in under minutes, she learned about the basics of electricity and the inventors who shaped it. And that small bedtime chat opened our eyes to AI's true potential, guiding kids into deeper learning, not just quick answers. But here is the big picture. The real challenge isn't just answering random questions. Our kids will soon be managing AI agents, softwares, and tools that can handle tasks, analyze data, and even make decisions. And if we only focus on restricting technology, they will be missing the critical skills of directing, communicating, and questioning these AI agents. In our home, we encourage AI chats where kids come up with a problem, like how to build a mini greenhouse in the garden. Then they brainstorm a prompt, see what AI suggests, and discuss whether it aligns with our value and common sense. We want our kids to be in the driver's seat, telling AI what to do and not the other way around. Now, I know that some parents might say, yeah, but this is dangerous. Just ban AI until they are older. But we've seen that banning really works. And we believe that outright bans rarely build the future, but instead guiding usage does. Think about smartphones. Families that totally forbade them often face sneaky usage or big gap in digital literacy. And honestly, be ready to face and manage teenagers that will be socially disconnected. Instead, AI and smartphone, that's the same story. It's better to introduce them carefully, teaching kids how to use it wisely while questioning the answers for AI. And when we let them explore with guidance, AI becomes less of a mysterious threat and more like a supervised educator available 24/7. And instead of turning it into a forbidden fruit, we show our kids how to be ethical, critical, and responsible users. And that's actually how they learn to discern and develop true digital resilience. But none of this happened overnight, of course. And yes, as passionate parents, we pushed quite far creating a purposeful environment for our kids. I decided to speak in exclusively English since they were born, although you can hear it's not still perfect. I engaged them in hands-on electronic projects like just taping LED and switches to Lego blocks. That's just so fun. And we've also analyzed hundreds of educational apps to only give them access to the one that fits my vision of education. And these techniques build a foundation not just for academic success, but for problem solving in a digital age. Each tiny step helps them feel more confident, diving into the unknown, and we cannot rely only on AI for everything, of course. They will never develop that hands-on problem-solving spark. So we blend it, real-world problem plus AI research. And if you think about it a sec, AI will have huge impact on real-world problems, right? And with this AI plus hands-on approach, they see how AI can expand their knowledge in seconds. But they also know that building our experimenting remains a creative and quite messy process sometimes. And that mix of digital and practical skills is what future proofs them. That's why all of these truly matter. AI is actually already revolutionizing how startups and big corporations function. Everything from rapid prototyping to automating everyday tasks. Everything is changing, and the marketplace will change in a crazy amount of way. 10 years down the line, our kids will be orchestrating these AI tools, telling them how to code, research, and even designing marketing campaigns. So bring them into conversation about prompt design, like how do we phrase a question to get better insights? Or what if AI data is biased? That's not just future proofing, it's positioning them to lead. And while many schools lag behind on teaching AI, we can show our kids that AI is a partner, not a ruler. And that brings me to the kids, our own initiative. We create a safe, parent-friendly ecosystem where families can explore AI together. Age-appropriate chat features, control for parents, parental controls, training sessions on data protections, and supportive community. And why we are building this? Because we believe in every parent, tech savvy or not, you should have a guiding hand in this AI journey. And in addition to the content we are preparing for parents, we are also working on an app that lets kids ask questions and interact with AI in a controlled setting. Our goal is to bridge the gap between family life and cutting-edge technologies. And we don't just talk about kids being tomorrow's leader. We actively create the environment for that to happen. Now let me give you a quick 5-step system, something you can truly try tonight. First, spark curiosity. Celebrate every why, every how your child asks, no matter how simple they are. 2, validate question. Acknowledge their curiosity. Great question, you can say. They will feel confident asking more and more questions. Use AI as a learning partner. Open ChatGPT or similar tools together. Read the reply out loud or speak out loud with the AI. And don't forget to double check the answers with books or internet. 4, review for family values. Discuss if the answer aligns with your ethic or worldview. This is where you teach them to question everything. And 5, encourage independent prompting. Let them craft their own prompt or talk directly to ChatGPT. This builds autonomy, critical thinking, and respectful digital habits. Following these steps on a regular basis helps your kids see AI as a tool, not a shortcut. They stay curious, grounded, and ready to push boundaries responsibly. So let's zoom out. The AI future is knocking at our door. We can't bury our head in the sand or ban it outright. Our job as a parent is to transform that fear into an opportunity for our children to grow, learn, and lead. If you want to dive in safely, head over to our website to get access to our AI Cares framework. It's free, simple method to guide and start securing conversation between your kids and ChatGPT. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel and stick around. Our next video dig even deeper into crafting prompts with kids, so you can raise what I call lucky kids in an AI-driven world. I will see you soon.